Why are humans obsessed with pets? Have you ever seen a dog walking down the street and immediately thought, "Oh my God, look at that dog"? Maybe you were in the middle of a conversation. Maybe you were late for work. Maybe you were completely focused on something important. But then, a tiny dog appears, and suddenly, nothing else matters. You want to pet it. You want to know its name. You want to ask how old it is. And if the owner says, you can say hi, you're probably already on the floor. But why? Why are humans so obsessed with animals? Why do we spend billions of dollars taking care of creatures that can't speak our language? Why do we give them names, birthdays, clothes, toys, beds, and even their own social media accounts? And why does looking at a cute puppy instantly make us feel better? The answer is much more interesting than you might think. Because our obsession with pets isn't just about animals being cute. It may be deeply connected to the way the human brain evolved. Let's find out. It starts with cute. Let's start with something your brain absolutely loves. Baby-like features. Big eyes. Round faces. Small noses. Chubby cheeks. Tiny bodies. These features trigger something called baby schema. Basically, certain physical features make our brains think, protect this. Take care of this. That's adorable. And here's the crazy part. Dogs and cats often have features that humans find extremely cute. Big eyes. Round heads. Small mouths. Soft faces. Even the way puppies move can trigger this reaction. They stumble. They tilt their heads. They make strange little sounds. Your brain doesn't stand a chance. You see a tiny puppy, and suddenly your priorities change. But why would evolution do this? Here's the interesting part. Humans evolved to take care of babies. Human babies are completely helpless. They can't walk. They can't feed themselves. They can't protect themselves. They need adults to keep them alive. So our brains developed powerful systems that make us care about small, helpless creatures. And pets can accidentally activate those same systems. A puppy doesn't need to be your baby, but your brain can still react as if it needs protection. That's one reason people can feel incredibly strong emotions toward animals. You don't need to know an animal personally. You can see a random puppy online and immediately feel something. That's your ancient caregiving system kicking in. Pets also give us something humans need: companionship. Humans are social animals. We evolved surrounded by groups. Family. Friends. Neighbors. Communities. Being completely alone wasn't always safe. So our brains developed a powerful desire to connect with other living beings. And pets can satisfy part of that need. Your dog waits for you. Your cat recognizes your voice. Your pet gets excited when you come home. That tiny interaction can make you feel important. Someone noticed you. Someone was waiting for you. And sometimes, that's exactly what a person needs after a terrible day. Your pet doesn't care about your job. Here's another reason pets are so special. They don't care about your salary. They don't care about your grades. They don't care about your social status. They don't care if you had an embarrassing moment at work. Your dog isn't thinking, "Interesting presentation today, but I wasn't impressed." Your cat isn't judging your career choices. Your pet mostly cares about something much simpler. Are you here? Are you safe? Can we spend time together? That kind of relationship can feel incredibly comforting. Why petting an animal feels so good. Now let's talk about your brain. When you interact with a pet you love, your body can release chemicals associated with bonding and positive emotions. One of the most famous is oxytocin. Oxytocin is involved in social bonding. It's sometimes called the bonding hormone. Research has found that positive interactions between humans and dogs can be associated with changes in oxytocin levels in both humans and dogs. So when your dog looks at you, and you look back, something interesting may be happening inside both of your brains. You're not just staring at each other. You're strengthening a bond. Dogs are really good at reading us. Dogs are also surprisingly good at understanding human behavior. They pay attention to our faces, our voices, our body language, our routines. Some dogs can even recognize changes in our emotional state. If you're excited, your dog may become excited. If you're upset, your dog may come closer. If you're about to go outside, your dog somehow knows before you've even touched the door. It's almost like living with a furry little detective. And humans love being understood, even when the creature doing the understanding has 4 legs. But cats play a different game. Cats are fascinating because they're often less predictable. A dog might run toward you like you're the most important person on earth. A cat might look at you, walk away, and completely ignore you. And somehow, that makes you want its attention even more. Why? Because unpredictable rewards can be extremely powerful. If something is always available, you eventually take it for granted. But when attention is unpredictable, your brain keeps checking. Will the cat come over this time? Will it sit on my lap? Will it let me pet it? And when it finally does, it feels like you won a prize. Your cat has basically turned affection into a video game, and you're playing. We also give pets human personalities. Here's something humans are really good at: anthropomorphism. That's the tendency to give human qualities to non-human things. We do this with pets constantly. Your dog isn't just eating. He's having dinner. Your cat isn't just staring at the wall. She's judging you. Your dog isn't sitting near the door. He's waiting for his father to return from war. Okay. Maybe we're being a little dramatic, but we naturally imagine what animals are thinking and feeling, and that makes our relationship with them feel even more personal. We give them names. Think about that. We don't usually call our pets dog or cat. We give them names. Sometimes very serious names. Sometimes ridiculous names. Sometimes names that make absolutely no sense. And once an animal has a name, it becomes part of the family. You don't say, "Feed the dog." You say, "Did you feed Charlie?" That tiny change matters. The animal becomes an individual, a personality, a member of your household. Pets become family. And that's probably the biggest reason we're obsessed with them. Pets don't just live in our homes. They become part of our daily routines. You wake up. Your dog is there. You eat breakfast. Your cat is watching. You come home. Your pet is waiting. You sit on the couch. Your pet somehow takes up 90% of the couch. And eventually, you can't imagine your home without them. That's when an animal stops feeling like a pet and starts feeling like family. Why we take so many pictures. Here's another funny human behavior. We take thousands of pictures of our pets. Sleeping, eating, walking, sitting, looking at nothing, doing absolutely nothing. And somehow, we think every picture is amazing. Why? Because memories become emotionally valuable when they're connected to someone we love. Your pet's face becomes associated with comfort, happiness, and familiarity. So even a simple picture can trigger those feelings. You aren't really looking at a picture of a dog. You're looking at a memory. Pets can also help us feel less alone. Modern life can be surprisingly lonely. You can be surrounded by thousands of people and still feel completely alone. Pets can't replace human relationships, but they can provide companionship. They create routines. They give you something to care for, and they give you a living presence in your home. Even something as simple as hearing your dog walking around in the next room can make a house feel less empty. And then there's the internet. Before the internet, you could show your friends a picture of your pet. Now, the entire planet gets to see it. And humans absolutely love it. Cute puppies. Funny cats. Animals doing ridiculous things. Millions of views. Why? Because cute animal content gives our brains a quick emotional reward. You don't need a complicated story. You don't need an explanation. You see a tiny animal doing something ridiculous, and your brain goes, "Okay, I needed that." But there's something deeper. Our relationship with animals goes back much further than Instagram. Humans have lived alongside animals for thousands of years. Dogs were among the earliest animals domesticated by humans. They helped with hunting. They provided protection. They worked alongside us. And eventually, they became companions. Cats developed a close relationship with humans too, especially around early agricultural communities where rodents were attracted to stored food. So pets aren't some strange modern invention. The relationship between humans and animals has incredibly deep roots. Why do we love them so much? Maybe it's because pets give us something incredibly simple: connection. They don't need us to be perfect. They don't care about our mistakes. They don't ask us to explain ourselves. They simply exist alongside us. And somehow, that can be enough. A dog can make you feel welcome after the worst day. A cat can make a quiet room feel less empty. And even watching a fish swim around an aquarium can calm your mind. Animals remind us that not every relationship needs words. Sometimes, being there is enough. Conclusion. So, why are humans obsessed with pets? Because our brains are wired to care. We're attracted to cute features. We form emotional bonds. We seek companionship. We enjoy being needed. And over thousands of years, humans and animals have learned how to live alongside each other. Your dog may think you're the greatest person in the world. Your cat may occasionally act like you're an employee. And your hamster probably has absolutely no idea what's happening. But somehow, they become part of our lives. And once they do, they're incredibly hard to imagine living without. So the next time you stop in the middle of the street because you saw a ridiculously cute dog, don't blame yourself. Your brain has been preparing for that moment for thousands of years. And honestly, you were never going to walk past that puppy anyway. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating questions about humans, animals, psychology, and everyday life. And here's today's question. Are you more of a dog person, a cat person, or do you love both? Let me know in the comments. And if you don't have a pet, tell us what animal you'd choose if you could have any pet in the world. See you in the next video.